course, refraction charges, and that's it. So only 4 heroes out of 20 are the same that were played in their most recent series against each other.
Well, that's pretty interesting. Speaking of interesting, X-Nova, he's going to get the disruption up here, which will set FY up for a nice impale. They are going after a Centaur, but a very nice Aether Remnant from Maybe, and that should be enough to take down Yang. They will give it over to the Void Spirit. A great start for LGD. But, will pop a haste? Well, his haste does wear off. Ori going to get jumped here. Astral Step. With the Aether Remnant locking him down, FY, can you get an Impale? Well, of course you can. It was all set up, and he actually finds a double Impale to TY as he TPs in. Do they want to go for the Lich now? They do have Astral Step, and they do have Aether Remnant, but the Remnant doesn't connect, and that should be the end of that. Somnus will not dive any deeper. But bot lane, Somnus is still rotating. He has a double damage rune now. He wants to try onto Yang. Astral Step.
Been out of this lane for a long time.
The Aether Remnant connects, but now a lot of rotations onto Somnus, who will Astral Step away, but the Snowball's going to come in, and he's in big, big trouble. Disruption's there on the Tusk, but Somnus dies anyway. Now Old 11 rotates down as the Nature's Prophet. Weird rotation to try and go for on a Centaur of all things. So Somnus has somehow maintained his net worth, even though he is walking across the map constantly.
Yeah, gonna find out this TA.
Disruption, X-Nova going to be there. Now Ori, he gets a Stampede. He does place a trap as PYW going to run through. I'm not sure what the play is here. They bring DY as well as Yang now. Everyone joining this team fight. Maybe misses the Remnant. Old 11 getting very low as a 3-man Hoofstop coming out from Yang. And now the call down from Chalice cleaning up, but it's not enough. All his teammates have really just fallen. He's by himself now as Maybe jumps back into this team fight. But can he help? Rocket Barrage, not going to be enough. Yang, he picks up a triple kill.
The Yang gang just too strong. That's all it is.
He got a 3-man hoof stomp and all that. It was just... Now Ori. Finds Somnus. Astral Step is available. He should be fine. He wants to just hold on to it though as Ori's just beating into him. And now the Snowball going to fly through. They will eventually force him to use it. As FY now. Vendetta up. Uses it onto the TA. Refraction was available though, so deals no damage. Now Chalice going to move in. It's just a complete, just a brawl in this mid lane. Neither team wanting to back out. Shards saving the TA, or maybe it doesn't. Aether Remnant is going to be there to connect, and now Ori does go down. PYW going to be the next target of Maybe, or perhaps he's the target. He does try and avoid the Snowball. It eventually connects, but PYW does die to the Remnant of Somnus. What is happening?
That's some questionable Dota, is all you have to say. Like, just staying too far past their welcome. And
what a Remnant. Yang getting caught out. He was underneath an Observer ward. But it was his own ward. I don't believe they actually saw him. No Vendetta up on FY, but they don't seem to care as there's sentries everywhere anyway. And it looks like they are going to run into Yang. Pings come out. FY spots him. The Prophet TP's in the tree line. Old 11 can't actually get a Sprout off in time, but it doesn't matter. Somnus is the one to initiate. TP's in from PYW, but he's been disrupted up and he should just die here. Sprout, he has Snowball.
Space
Somnus
created.
Connects the Aether Remnant. Snowball will come out. Do you think this is actually space? Like, you've lost 2 heroes for that, but I guess Eurus is still free farming? That's the idea here?
With attention taken off them, and when you think about the odd team fights that they took, it's really just about Ori and...
What a bait. X-Nova baiting them in. Stampede there. Is it going to be enough? Chalice, Rocket barraging, or maybe it wasn't a bait. VICI, they win out the team fight quite easily.
That's the thing. You know, you just need that time to pick up the things like the Yasha, for example.
They're going to avoid Chalice for now. DY, his smoke does break Chalice. He spots this out. Yang is right behind. Cooldown is going to be there. Yeah, it is. Yang, he jumps into the cooldown and doesn't get the hoof stomp he wanted. Old 11 jumps in. Spirit Vessel is up on the Prophet now, so they can definitely burst down this Centaur. And Yang, he will end up eventually dying as DY also goes down, and now the Remnant didn't really connect on Ori. He's trying to outrun them, but that Vessel ticking him away. Now Eurus is also there, but you can't afford to fight this right now, so he just wants to run, morphs into the Void Spirit and avoids all the damage, but they found the TA.
Really odd team fight there by VICI Gaming.
Why not?
Good positioning
GG
here
though.
by FY.
They're going to try and fight. FY is on the front lines ready to go. He is underneath the Sentry, or his own Sentry Ward. And they will get the Aegis. Chalice, he picks it up. Gaze is going to be there on FY with the Chain Frost. It's really not going to matter. Does a bit of damage, but the Lich will die.
Level 15, Resonant Pulse has an extra 100 damage. Now as well, you're going to have that silence, which is really beneficial against people like Morphling, like the TA.
Oh, FY. Bot lane, he found Ori, gets the Fissure with the Meteor Hammer coming through, and that's going to be a long stun duration. Chain Frost is there, Ori, he is still melting, though he does get a bit of a heal up, but it will not be enough. He does get taken down, and DY, he was right behind trying to help out, but he's going down as well.
He just accepted his fate, just stopped moving. He's like, well, I'm done.
And although Eurus is still top of the net worth board on the Morphling, it just doesn't seem to matter at all, as LGD is starting to force down tier 3s now.
Yeah, it's got to transition into something, and without that BKB finished up, or sorry, the Manta style, he becomes a lot more vulnerable to this Spirit Vessel.
Stampede can come through. Yang does get silenced up by Somnus. Call down even there, just to kind of zone them out, it seems. And Chalice will continue hitting away at that tier 3. He does still hold the Aegis as Astral Step from Somnus gets the Remnant onto Eurus. He will survive for now, but it's so much damage as PYW does die. Now Eurus comes in with that flat cannon of his own, but he's really not doing too much with it. Yang, he'll jump in with a Hoof Stomp onto X-Nova, and they do find that kill. Now, can they find the Gyrocopter a second time? Not quite, as Somnus jumps in again. Snowball save onto Yang, or rather the Morphling. Eurus, he will be able to waveform away. Chalice does get stunned up. They do find him a second time. Old 11 not done. He wants DY, but he won't be able to get that kill as FY. Nice spy. Carapace with the double impale and the Remnant. They do kill off Yang. Ori is slowly ticking away. A very prolonged team fight going on. And Somnus jumps in with a beautiful Resonant Pulse and just cleans up too. And they are going to find the racks.
I mean, PYW's been playing this really well, but that decision right at the end there to include him inside the Snowball was just signed his death warrant.
It's not very often you get to see FY going for these very, very, like, you know, these real core items. But he can afford
Maybe his Rubik.
Well, his Rubik is, you know, another level. Yang jumps. Somnus jumps in. Aetherman does connect. Yang is in big, big trouble. And with that Spirit Vessel, he just can't survive. It's PYW now.
Can't stampede away from that.
Nope. They definitely can't. They'll try and turn, but the cooldown is going to be there. PYW getting very low. They do buy back on Yang. Stampede is popped, and Eurus jumps in with Flat Cannon. FY does go down, and now Somnus. He's a big kill. They do eventually find him. And LGD, they need to get the hell out of here. As Eurus is on a double, they are. Chalice gets close to going down, but not quite. And Old 11 will also be able to TP out in time. Meanwhile, LGD smoked up.
I feel like maybe he's going to go into the Meld Dispels. It's such value against the Soul Catcher.
Impale going to be there from FY. Snowball going to be there just in time from PYW, and they roll back in onto FY. Meld Strike dodge with Disruption. Now Call Down coming through, but everyone avoids that as well. Yang falling low, but they do find X-Nova first, as Flat Cannon charges do fly out from Eurus. And he is going to chase down FY. Meanwhile, Chalice getting PYW. Eurus does eventually finish off the Nyx Assassin, but they are done. LGD again just moving forward, and they are eventually going to take down Ori, and now DY. The poor Lich, he's been left alone. He gets Sprout blocked, and he is dead. A triple kill for Chalice.
Yeah, it was a heavy commitment just to take down this Nyx Assassin, and in the meantime, look what's happening to your team.
Yeah, Somnus with the Aether Remnant holding everyone down. Chalice does die, though. That is a huge death to have. But if Eurus dies as well, it's even bigger.
No buyback.
Aether Remnant, silence, and yeah, he's dead. This game could be over. Chalice is very happy with what he's seeing as Somna's still looking for a way to jump onto Yang. They are at least going to find one Rax out of this, right? Like, they're not going to back off. LGD, they will smoke up. Do they go back into the Roche?
Okay, so
No.
they've gone for the meld armor reduction as well. Oh,
Okay.
they spotted out that smoke. They saw it.
That's big. They've got the high ground. FY is going to break the smoke and gets an impale off onto at least Yang. Now the call down as well. They blow up PYW. You haven't got that Tusk save anymore. And with that Yang getting caught by the Yules, they want to go after Ori though. That's their main target as Eurus will jump in with the flat cannon again. But Ori's falling way too low. He got FY, but he's going to lose his own life as Chalice is getting fairly low himself, but he gets disarmed. He will adaptive strike, but at the cost of his own life it seems. He waveforms away, but Sprout is perfect from Old 11 as Somnus will jump in. They clean him up. No buybacks available on the TA or the Morph. And there's the tip from FY. Beat me in a
poor
1v1,
Yang.
he says.
Yeah, poor Yang. He actually was really on point with where he wanted to blink in and stop the aggression coming onto that Morphling, but blinked right into a Void Remnant. And, well, it meant he wasn't able to save his core, and great heads-up play coming there from Maybe to predict what was going to be coming.
Again, alright, that works.
I like it. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. Again, you've got these heroes that have a lot of high base HP. Let's see how this team fight goes, and then I'll give you my hits. LGD got this easy, man. Like, I've thought it from the very beginning. It was just an easy game for him.
Still, PYW going to move forward with Avalanche Toss now, so he has to be a little more careful about how he goes this. Bot lane, however, they have gone on to Yang once again. He does still have Hoofstop and a 3-man Avalanche coming out. Chalice, he'll be the one to die. And PYW, we were just looking at him top. Suddenly he is bot. They might even find another kill into X Nova. Fortune's End connects. DY has the Purifying Flames, but doesn't even need to use it. Giving that time down to the bot lane really made it harder for Eurus to contest up against Old 11 solo, and I wonder how long they can keep this up. FY, Fortune's End, he does dodge with the snowball onto Yang. Avalanche going to be there though with the double edge and toss and hoof stomp. FY is fairly tanky, but not tanky enough. DY will claim another kill.
You can tell Charles was just standing off to the right side being like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I got to farm. I got to do it.
Now X Nova, he doesn't even care about the tri lane anymore. He's gone down mid into Ori. Somnus going to connect with the Remnant, and now FY joins in. PYW, though, again with a 3-man Avalanche, but it will not change what happens this time. Somnus will claim the kill.
You can see they're probably going to leave him a little bit more alone as well, or maybe go for a backstab here onto the Centaur.
They could try, Yang. Sitting well back, and it looks like it's going to be in the mid lane. Somnus, Avalanche toss from PYW, doesn't have Astral Step yet, but a very nice Remnant, and it won't be enough damage to really burst down this Void Spirit. Now Snowball from FY. Not going to really lead into anything, just a defensive one, and while that was happening, Chalice ends up dying.
Ooh.
That's rough.
Cannot be doing that, unfortunately, and yeah, I mean, for all this attention that's being committed onto Somnus, he didn't go down. The Resonant Pulse, insane value for the physical damage block. Ooh, that's really going to hurt X Nova, though.
It is, and Eurus also ends up finding another kill into Old 11, so LGD is starting to kind of fall apart in this early game. It's very, very different to last game with
Somnus.
Yeah, getting jumped, Avalanche Toss, and PYW will have enough damage to take him out.
I'm confused.
Yes.
Why does he have a Glimmer Cape on the, sorry, not a Glimmer Cape, a Quelling Blade on the Tiny?
You're the analyst, Anna. I'm simply
Yeah.
here to ask you questions.
I can't tell. DY, he's going to go down. Yang, nice 2-man stun, but not good.
Now they jump Yang. Oh, another nice. Somnus is so on point with the Remnants. Now metas pop. They're diving tier 1s. They don't care, but Old 11 even finding PYW across the map. They are going to lose Yang. Snowball going to be there from FY. Brings his buddies along. But you know what, Danog? like on your other question with the Quelling Blade, maybe it's just good for farming. Like position 4s need farm.
Man, FY's going for a real brawling style here, finishing up the phase boots first and foremost, and only then starting to go into the wand after.
It is a very aggressive build. Avalanche, top lane, X-Nova, going to get caught with the toss. Should definitely be dead. Disruption is going to be there on Eurus. It just won't matter. But he does have meta popped on Eurus right now, so this is a very dangerous time for them to try and fight this. Old 11 couldn't even split. It was 7 seconds on cooldown, and Ori did pop the DP ultimate, so they are going to go ahead and push a tier 1 tower. Yeah, it certainly seems to be the case. Like, LGD are really just trying to protect Chalice. Keep him safe, keep him farmed up. Eurus is basically receiving the same treatment. In fact, Eurus may jump onto Somnus and blows him up. Not great news. So Somnus is really starting to drop off on this Void Spirit now. PYW trying to find a target for himself, but couldn't quite get there.
He's got his Blink Dagger, and importantly for LGD, I wonder if they'll respond at all trying to take this outpost in the Radiant jungle. They'll pick off Ori.
That they will. Ori, massive kill on the DP, and now with that meta, they want to move forward, keep going for more, and get that outpost back before that 20-minute mark. So FY going to smoke up with his team. They're going to try and move mid.
Will they be able to pick off anyone, though? They don't have this Chalice Terrorblade. They're going in on Yang, the tankiest hero.
They got that Spirit Vessel, though, and Yang, he's not as tanky as we once saw him. Avalanche tossed back in, and now the double hoof stomp at Yang. I don't think he really wanted to be tossed back into the team fight, and he does go down. Now they'll find the Oracle as well. DY couldn't get in range for the False Promise. And LGD want to capitalize as Old 11. Going to try and get that Tornado off onto Ori, and he does find it in time. PYW, what are you going to do about it? Rem does connect, and LGD, they don't want to dive any further, it seems. They'll take it and back off. So,
just trying to scout it out a bit with this TB illusion. They know what's happening. Are they in a position to contest it, though?
20 seconds away from that meta. This is not seemingly the greatest time, as Roshan is very low now. They need to make a play right here, right now. They're going to bring more illusions in. Delay it. Meta, 8 seconds. He needs a bit more time. PYW, Avalanche toss is very nice. Challenge pops the BKB, and now Sunder's going to be there with the snowball save from FY, and Ori's already down. Now they found another in the form of Yang, though no. False Promise is there in time, but DY, he will lose his own life. Now Yang trying to run away. Will he make it? Probably not. The Spirit Vessel is ticking him away, and Old 11 is on top of him, though Hoofstomp's going to be there. They clean up just in the nick of time, and now Eurus, he really doesn't want to die. Somnus, he does miss the Remnant. And across the map, PYW also dies.
It's going to be a team wipe.
It's going to be a full team wipe, it seems, as Waveform TP, Eurus trying to get away.
Oh,
Remnant, Somnus! How does he keep hitting it like this? I don't understand. How does he continuously hit them over and over again?
Just a beast, you know.
Chalice will force in the mid. They've got that siege creep up. Glyph already being committed by VICI Gaming.
Here we go. They're ready to go.
Can they do it this time with that BKB? I wonder.
They haven't seen him TP back yet.
PYW, Avalanche toss. The disruption is there from X-Nova. Chalice does Sunder, walks away, but they do blow up X-Nova now. Just one shotgun blast. Still, FY, he did jump in. Now Yang actually getting a nice hoof stomp. Chalice, he's in huge trouble. He will lose his Aegis.
Didn't
Still
stop
has
the meta.
And BKB for that matter, and now he will. Primal split there from Old 11. They jump onto Eurus, but he waveforms away, so instead we'll go on to Yang, and Yang really isn't as tanky as we once knew. Still, False Promise will be there, but they use it off, or rather the Decrep, as Ori will be able to walk out, but here comes Somnus once again, just diving in, finishing off Yang. Where do you go now? Eurus getting snowballed.
Oh, so much damage.
He's going to die. PYW, Avalanche toss onto 4, but it's not enough to finish anyone off. Now FY, Shards are going to be there, won't hit on anyone, but Somnus, meanwhile, in the background, just cleaning up. What else do you say? Like, they're just outplaying everyone, it seems, LGD. How is it the winning team always finds a paladin sword?
I'm sure it's not related at all, right?
It seems to always happen as LGD. Low
they're taking
ground.
this fight in a weird spot.
They are, but they're confident. Yang getting caught out again on the Centaur.
Well.
Chalice, he does commit BKB meta, just moving on to Eurus. Now Ori, no, they want Yang, but Stampede will be popped. Still, they'll just settle on DY. And it looks like they also do find PYW, or no, they don't. But they do get Ori in the Cyclone with the Remnant coming out from Somnus. Buyback is there from DY, but doesn't matter. Yang got a nice stomp off. Eurus cleans up Somnus, but how do you deal with this Terrorblade? Chalice, he's still mad fighting Eurus. He is really not tanky at all. They false promise, but he's going down. DY also loses his life for the second time, as now Adaptive Strike will at least knock the Terrorblade out, but Eurus is down. It's Yang against the world, and Yang is dead. An ultra kill coming out from Chalice. It wasn't even a contest for Chalice.
Because this TB doesn't have buyback, and you need to be able to punish it. And I just don't feel like they'll have the damage just yet to be able to do that.
Not while Chalice has a Satanic up, that's for sure.
Like, it's literally needing to 100 to 0 him, and you can't really do that as a Morphling.
Oh, Eurus. He's caught out. Do they have the damage in time? It looks like they might. Eurus, he gets a false promise from DY. And now it's just Havoc as everyone jumps in. DY, Bates Edict would not save you from a Terrorblade, sir. He does go down, and now they found Ori. Poor old Ori. Pops the BKB, uses the Yules, but Chalice says, I don't care.
No buyback. Sitting on about 30 gold before the death, now down to 4. Morphling nearly died even in the fountain with a health pot on him as well.
And LGD going to claim their first racks of the game. They may as well just go for a secondary. They've got time on the meta. Even if they didn't, they'd have plenty of damage output. Yang moving forward. That is a very dangerous position, Yang. And he is going to pay for it, or maybe not. A nice stun, but FY with the shards will secure the kill. And at least Yang will kind of force them back.
He can use the cheese. He can move his wand.
Aegis to Somnus. Chalice leaves the cheese. I don't want it. It stinks in the Roshan pit. Oh, FY. What are you idiots doing?
We didn't pick this up.
And we see a smoke.
Come on. Oh, maybe FY will just hold it. I don't mind it. But no, gives it to the TB.
Or PYW, Yang jumps in, but they're going in blind right now. I just don't know about this. Yang's dead. Ori's popped his BKB with Exorcism, but he's going to find nothing out of it. And that's it, GG's been called.
Well, that feels like a little bit of a rage GG coming out there from Ori, I'll be honest. And yeah, it just felt like from start to finish, it was LGD's time.
They really did dominate. Like, we doubted their draft in game 1. They obviously performed very well.